Hello, my name is Dr. Fred Lang, and I'm here to introduce the book Leadership Lessons from Great World Leaders. But let me begin by giving you a little bit of background in how this book came about. I held a number of leadership positions throughout my career. I worked in a city and county government in California. I was the commanding officer of a National Guard unit in California and also the National Guard in Oregon. I had my own company in California. I did management consulting in the Silicon Valley. My final position was the Chief Learning Officer for the U.S. Department of Commerce in Washington, D.C. I give you that as a background so that you begin to understand maybe some of the experiences I've mentioned might also relate to you. I was looking for a formula about leadership, and I've wanted to write this book for 20 years. So the purpose of this book is to kind of introduce you to that background and introduce you to the book itself. Now, this book, Leadership Lessons from Great World Leaders, is not meant to replace traditional leadership theory, trait theory that you may have heard about, servant leadership, situational leadership, transformational leadership, and still many other recent leadership theories, all conveniently organized under contingency leadership theories, which includes emotional intelligence. And there's books, many books written about all of them, and they're all probably quite good. This book is meant to supplement, not to replace those leadership theories. From a more praxis point of view, how did these leaders that I've profiled really add to understanding leadership? I did a research of the internet and also books that were written by leadership, and I synthesized it down to 6 specific characteristics: integrity, risk taker, communication, passion, vision, and resiliency. So that's 6 topics. I profiled 10 leaders, 6 men and 4 women: Alexander the Great, Elizabeth I, Peter the Great, George Washington, Winston Churchill, Golda Meir, Napoleon Bonaparte, Catherine the Great, Martin Luther King, and Margaret Thatcher. What I did then is I developed a rating using those 6 leadership attributes and rated each of those leaders against those attributes to find out how they used it and how similar or dissimilar each of them were. So it's interesting to take a look at that. So it's a great way to discuss this with your friends. It's a great way to supplement what you're learning about leadership. So if you love history, but you don't want to read a 300-page book about a particular person that made their mark in world history, you would enjoy reading this book. If you want to improve your leadership skills and make a difference in your career by learning some of these leaders, how these leaders practice their trade, read the book and discuss the question for reflections with your friends. Remember, this book is written for you, regardless of the experience and the background that you might bring to your career. It's not who you are today, but who you can become tomorrow. Thank you for your time.